are not more people talking about Falltoberfest? It's the beer
Why
bonanza
not?
you can't miss. Welcome to the Spit or Swallow Beer Reviews Falltoberfest special.
Welcome.
We're here to sip,
Join
savor, and
us.
sometimes spit all the best brews this season has to offer.
And swallow.
Rich ales to Marzens, fest beers, pumpkin ales, and many more, we've got your taste buds covered. So grab a pint, sit back, and let's toast to good times and great beers. Cheers.
Hey, welcome to the Spit Swallow Beer Review. I'm Jammer.
And I'm Shag Dog. Hey, Jammer, what you got there?
I got Fat Orange Cat Pumpkin Patch Kittens. It is a New England style Indian Pale Ale with pumpkin spices and vanilla. 7% ABV, 87 by the BA. Hey, I'm going to jump right in, Shag Dog, and pour my bad boy.
That's good. Yeah, I got, you know what I got? I didn't pull up Beer Advocate, but I got Brooklyn's Bruins Post Road Pumpkin Ale. It's been a mainstay every year for, this time of the year because it's there every year. ABV is 5% ABV, and it gets a score on Beer Advocate of,
None of your business.
if I can pull it up, Brooklyn.
I poured it pretty hard. I got me a good three-finger head at the very least there, Shag Dog.
Well, that's good.
You ever been doing it and you're like, touchy feel and you get three fingers in and then you try to do...
With the beer?
Yeah.
That sounds like someone's got touchy feel and three fingers in the background noise. Yeah, this one gets a 79 on Beer Advocate. Not a very high score at all.
No.
And it is a pumpkin beer.
That's the Post Road.
Yeah, Post Road. And, it's not the greatest pumpkin beer, but, it's consistent.
It's Brooklyn, baby.
Yeah.
Love that Brooklyn water.
There's that Brooklyn label.
That Brooklyn water.
Yeah.
Gotta love that Brooklyn water.
Brooklyn water. Yeah.
Shag Dog, mine, it looks very hazy. It almost looks like milk that's been discolored by somebody peeing in it. I don't know.
Ooh.
Milky urine. Maybe that's
You
what
think it's going to fade away, or?
No.
That's the color. That's the color,
That's
huh?
the color.
That's weird.
Yeah, kind of lemony,
Wow.
milky urine look.
Yeah, it looks like cat piss.
The head looks nice, though. I mean, it's got a nice looking head. It does have that Indian Pale Ale smell there, that pine, the citrus. Yeah, the dankness of it. That dankness, it doesn't smell bad. I actually kind of like it. It reminds me somewhat of Mary J. Wanna.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to dive in, Shag Dog. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, brother.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, this Brooklyn Post Road pumpkin, kind of orangey, thin little head, less than a pinky now, but it is laced on the glass a little bit. And slightly cloudy. And I'm ready to give it a sniffer any, right?
Woo!
You definitely get a pumpkin on this.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did smell.
You do get kind of a little bit of a brute hoppiness in there or something. Pumpkin, maybe a little cinnamon and nutmeg, maybe a slight allspice.
Man, I didn't get any of those smells when I did. I just got Indian Pale Ale,
Really? Wow, that's crazy. Maybe it is an IPA type.
It is a New England Pale Ale. So.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
I just didn't get any of the smells of pumpkin and spices and vanilla type stuff going on.
Maybe, hopefully you get the flavor of some pumpkin.
I get the citrus. I get a little pininess. Maybe I get a slight spiciness. Maybe a little spicy, like spicy heat almost. Maybe a slight vanilla. Yeah, there is a slight vanilla. The pumpkin, though, I'm not getting any kind of pumpkin. I mean, that's what surprises me. I'm not getting much of that at all. I would say that I don't like it, but it's not bad. You know, it's for a New England style pale ale. It's not bad at all. You know, it's just not something that you expect when you're thinking pumpkin. You know. Oh, I just caught a glimpse of pumpkin in my mouth. I took that sip, and look how long ago, and I just picked up the pumpkin. That's like on the back end completely. It's like, oh, it's way back there. You know, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you're a winker. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this one's weird, Jared, compared to all the other pumpkin beers I've had. Definitely have some pumpkin, a little bit of spiciness in there, but it has almost like it's a pale lager or some type of lager. There's a little bit of a fruitiness, like Brut Cologne smell.
That's what I'm getting here, like Brute.
Yeah.
Brute 33. I never was into Brute. You know, I smelled it. It was all right, but I never was like, I got to buy that. I got to buy that.
Oh,
I liked, when I was a little kid, Chaps.
I don't remember that one.
Chaps Cologne. You look it up, you'll know what I'm talking about. Chaps Cologne.
Chaps.
I like that. And the girls that I knew at the time, they liked Chaps. Of course, we grow and we get older and more sophisticated and so forth. And then, of course, you want to have different colognes. And so there was, Obsession, Eternity. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, I remember when I was dating my one girlfriend, she wore fuzzy sweaters. And she wore the female version of Obsession. And that was very, man. I can still remember that scent. And every now and then when I smell Obsession cologne or perfume, I'm taken back to those days. You know. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah, I mean, Brut Cologne I used to get as a Christmas present every year. The little stocking stuffer type presents or whatever, a little tiny bottle of it. Yeah, I mean, I wore it when I was in a little grade school or something. Thought I was special or something. Jammer?
Special.
Yeah, so I'm going to grade mine, Jammer. It's not real bad, but I'm going to give it a C plus and a swallow. There you go, C plus and a swallow.
Tasting it like I did Shag Dog, I did get a slight pumpkin in there now as I got about halfway through it. And I do taste the spices along with the citrus, and it actually, once you start drinking it, it actually it's very complimentary. They blend it together, but at the very beginning, it was all New England Pale Ale. It was like right in my face, New England Pale Ale, and the citrusy, the piney, the dankness, and so forth. Now that it's kind of taken a back seat and I'm picking up the pumpkin, the spices, and the vanilla more. And man, I got a glimpse of like a little coconut there, but even though I know there's no coconut in there, I'm picking up like a coconut. I would give this, just because it's so weird and everything, I'd give it I'm going to give it a B plus because
B plus.
Getting halfway through it, it really has made me rethink my original grade, which is going to be like a C to a B minus, maybe, that kind of thing. Now I'm right there on B plus because it is pretty tasty, and I would say it's a good swallow and a quarter. It's easy to drink. It's got a nice feel, not harsh, easy drink.
What, a little more in there. Oh. Well, Well, Jemmer, I had a top 10 list in the last beer review.
Oh no, you didn't. You didn't have a top 10 list, did you?
I did, and
Wow,
we missed it.
you had a top 10 list? Why didn't you
Yes,
do it?
and I told you this. Now we're going to do it for this one.
Awesome. Why don't you do it for this one?
But I lost that one. So
Oh.
I tried to redo the same thing, but it's different. But I was going to do the top 10 spices.
Such is life. You think
Spices and ingredients.
You know what you're going to do in life, and things change, and you venture off into a new world.
Yeah, I was going to do the top 10 spices or ingredients in a pumpkin pie. And I actually put toppings on there too. This time I tried to word it the same way, but it just gave me the top 10 toppings on pumpkin pie. So here we go.
This was an actual top 10 list. You created this through AI.
No, I told AI what to do, and they did it for me. All right, here we go.
So you created it through AI.
I came up with the idea, and AI finished it. Okay. Now here we go. You can chime in with any of these top 10s also. Top 10 toppings.
So if you're having sex and you're like, AI, finish it.
I don't think AI can finish the sex, but top 10 toppings of pumpkin pie. Now you can chime in on any of them. I'm going to start with number 10.
Number 10, 10, 10, 10.
Simple, easy one, whipped cream. Whipped cream, the classic choice. Light, fluffy, balances the richness of pumpkin. Would you agree or not agree?
I'd probably put it higher, but okay. Number 10.
Whipped cream. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Number 9's coming in. What's number
9? Vanilla ice cream. Cold, creamy, and makes the bite feel like fall is in
motion.
Fall a la mode. Fall a la mode.
Okay. Still, those two I probably would have put higher.
Yeah. This one, I definitely used the first two before this one. Number 8, caramel drizzle.
Oh yeah, well, I don't typically think caramel as a pumpkin pie thing.
Yeah. Adds a sweet buttery depth and looks beautiful on top.
I'd probably go.
You probably get that at some restaurant. They charge an extra $20 for a slice of pie, probably.
I definitely would have had the whipped cream and the vanilla ice cream or whatever closer to number 1. Yeah.
Now this one you can make a pie itself out of, but it's pecan or candied pecans. Crunchy texture, nutty flavor through the smooth pie.
First of all, the candy pecans, to me, they're all right, but there's overkill. You know, you got pie that's sweet, you got whipped cream that's sweet, got ice cream that's sweet, caramel that's sweet. Then you're gonna throw candy. No, I'm sorry. Just give me regular pecans. I'd be fine. That would actually give it kind of a nutty, woody taste.
Yeah,
that might actually be pumpkin pecan pie.
This sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Next one, I'm not thrilled about. Number 6, maple syrup glaze. A warm autumn flavor enhances the natural sweetness of pumpkin. But man, I'm trying to maple syrup glaze.
I love maple syrup. Real 100% maple syrup. I love it.
Yeah,
I do like it, especially on hot cakes or pancakes, as some people would say. Waffles too, especially if it's when warmed up and it melts the butter and all that stuff. I don't know so much for pumpkin pie,
Yeah, I mean, I would try it, but I don't think it's going to be that great. But prove me wrong,
I would
right?
most likely take that maple and drizzle.
Yeah.
Like the caramel.
Yeah, the drizzle.
Yeah.
Number 5, Jammer, brown sugar crumble, which is kind of some of the ingredients in the crust anyhow, right? Gives us streusel style topping that makes it taste like pie and coffee cake combined.
If you would take apple strudel, right? Strudel.
Mm-hmm.
And change it to pumpkin.
Strudel.
That would be good.
Yeah, you might.
Otherwise, I don't see where you would want it. Now, if you would say pumpkin, here's a good one. Now, this is really crazy, Shag Dog. Think of this. Take pumpkin, whip it up with some whipped cream, right?
Mm-hmm.
Inject that into a donut.
Pumpkin donut. Like a jelly donut, but pumpkin.
Yeah. and then glaze it with maple syrup.
I give it a glaze with a pumpkin filling. Yeah, that might work.
A pumpkin-filled donut? I think that'd be awesome.
Thing with a strudel, though, I think that works better with apple or some fleshy type fruit, than maybe
Yeah, but
pumpkin.
the strudel, I mean, pumpkin pulp?
Because sometimes it'll get mushy, right? I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Any case, I digress.
Like I said, that donut would be awesome.
Yeah, the donut would be awesome. The next one is number 4, cinnamon whipped cream. So whipped cream with cinnamon. Regular whipped cream with a dusting of cinnamon. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that right there, I would inject a pumpkin flavored donut with that.
All right, number 3, ginger snap crumbles. Sweet, spicy topping that pairs beautifully with pumpkin.
A little ginger with the pumpkin, that might actually be good.
Now, I mean, could you use ginger cookies for that, or ginger snap crumbles? Crumbles.
You would definitely use ginger snaps to crumble it up and put in there.
Yeah. Number 2 is chocolate drizzle or shavings. So some chocolate shavings or drizzle. I don't know.
Nobody likes a chocolatey pumpkin.
Now, number 1, I know you'll like it if it's real and got some alcohol in it. Bourbon or rum whipped cream?
The rum whipped cream would probably be better.
Grown-up twist with a hint of warmth. Perfect for holiday tables.
I got the perfect thing. Donut holes, right? Pumped with pumpkin and whipped cream.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Maybe we'll even put a little maple syrup in there. I don't know. But pump it into the little donut holes and then let those soak up the rum cream. Or the bourbon.
I wonder if, speaking of cream, I wonder if Krispy Kreme donuts, they got the donuts with the cream inside. Theirs is more like a cake cream. It's not like a cream Boston Bavarian or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a fluffy cream, But I'm sure they might make some pumpkin type cream like that where you get a pumpkin. I wouldn't put it past Krispy Kreme. Anyhow.
It's in their name.
Yeah, so I'm sure they could do a pumpkin flavored one, no problem.
Could you imagine the jokes and people played? I mean, what are you saying? You're going to quit your job and open up a donut shop called Krispy Kreme? What are you, crazy?
I think that's what happened.
I don't know. I'm just saying, wouldn't that be funny if Why you're gonna quit this full-time job?
Yeah, how are you gonna compete with Dunkin'? And back then it was probably Dunkin' Donuts. It wasn't just Dunkin'. It had more to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty wild, huh?
I mean, Dunkin' must be the number one donut place nationwide, right?
I don't know. Krispy Kreme, AI that bad boy.
Who is the top 5? What? Give me the top 5, right? Yeah. Let's do it. What are the top 5 donut shops in America? It's not given in any single order, though. But they only have Dunkin' on there. They got like shops that are private shops. Okay, let me go corporate.
Corporate franchise.
Yeah, there we go. What are the top franchise donut shops in America? Top 5. All right, going with number 5. Duck Donuts. I never heard of it. Duck, D-U-C-K. Smaller than the others, but growing fast. Their model is different. Many donuts are made to order. Custom. Okay. Never heard of them. Shipley Donuts. You ever heard of them?
No. Shipley I've heard of, but not Shipley Donuts.
Shipley, like D-O-nuts. More regional. I don't know where we're at, but number 3 is Tim Hortons. You ever heard? I've heard of Tim Hortons. But
Tim Hortons is a Canadian shop. They sell coffee.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2 is, what do you think, Jammer?
Dunkin'.
Krispy Kreme.
Ah, man.
And number 1 is Dunkin'. Biggest in terms of ubiquity, or some shit like that. Name recognition and sales. It has thousands of locations.
I would say that's the thing about Dunkin' is they have lots of locations in comparison to Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
If Krispy Kreme would open up more locations and venture out and inspire people to buy a franchise,
Yeah.
if they even franchise it, I don't know.
I don't know.
Then I think that Krispy Kreme would probably overcome them. The only thing with Dunkin' is that they have coffee, they have coffee drinks.
That's what I hate about Dunkin' now. Because back when Dunkin' was just donuts and they had regular coffee, I was okay with them. But as soon as they came out with all these crazy drinks, the fruit drinks, the coffee drinks, breakfast sandwiches, everything, it's like too much now. I miss the old Dunkin'. You go in there just for donuts. Or maybe some munchkins.
Or coffee.
Or a coffee, a little tiny brown.
That's the policeman special.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the policeman special. Okay, here you go. Here's your coffee and donut.
There's that place down in Z Hills. I forget the name of that place. It's, I guess, a local type place. I heard that's pretty good, but I only had donuts from them like once or twice. Because they're always packed. It's hard to get in there. I'm like, yeah, I'm not standing in the line.
Yeah.
And there was speaking of coffee shops or donut shops, there was a donut shop called, not coffee shop, it was called Mr. Donuts, where I lived in New York.
Mr. Donuts, yeah.
And I don't know if that's a franchise either, but they were pretty good, just as good as Dunkin' Donuts. And all they sold was donuts and coffee. But there was one by my grandmother's house, but they closed down in the mid to late 90s, somewhere around there.
Man.
Mr. Donuts.
I'd open up one and call it Mrs. Donuts.
I'm glad I don't live by a donut shop because I could go through some donuts.
And then I'd open up another shop to compete with both of y'all's and to be able to attract the alphabet community by going them they donuts.
All right, how about Dunkin' Nuts Donuts?
No, them they.
Dunkin' Nuts and Salads.
No.
Donut and salad shop.
Tossing these nuts.
Tossing these nuts and salad. Donuts and salad specialties.
Yeah, you know how they have chicken and waffles, you can do chicken and donuts.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, chicken or waffle and donuts.
Waffled nut.
Waffle nuts or donefuls.
That's what you do. You create you do the waffle, then you poke a hole in the middle, and you call it a waffle nut.
Waffle nut, yeah. Right. Yeah. You put a couple whole stack them together. You put jelly in the center somehow.
Yeah.
The jelly waffle nut.
And then the nuts you would take and say, taste these nuts.
Get a creamy waffle nut. Have some cream. Puffy cream in the middle, yeah.
Creamy nuts.
Get center of the nut, you get to the cream.
You get the nuts out, you call them creamy nuts.
Yeah, there you go.
Chocolate nuts,
Chocolate nuts.
And cover them with chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you ready for next beer jammer?
Caramel would be for the. I almost think caramel would be more Asian-like than Hispanic.
Where do we get Asian and Hispanic from?
Because you have donuts, which is typically white bread, and then you got chocolate nuts, which would be the black people, and then you
okay, so here we go.
Caramel. Nuts. That's why I say caramel would be more like Asian almost, wouldn't it?
I'd say Hispanic.
Maybe you would have to go. What is that? That leche or whatever nuts? You might have to call them leche nuts.
Leche nuts, okay.
Because caramel, leche.
What's those acorn-looking nuts? Maybe go with them.
Hazelnuts.
Hey, maybe some hazelnuts, right?
No, I mean, well, technically, I guess caramel would be Hispanic because it's more beige. Because Asians are usually a little more white, even though they're a little tinge of yellow.
I don't know how we went and compared nuts to ethnicity.
You got to please everybody. You got to include everybody. You can't be diversified
All right.
and exclusive.
I get it. I get it.
You got to
So,
include.
what about the Eskimos?
Yes, you'd have to have some of these
Snow nuts.
snow nuts, where they're creamy vanilla with a little fish
Really white.
flavors.
Oh wait, yeah, fish flavors.
Yeah,
Or walrus flavors.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fish in these nuts.
Fish in these nuts. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what that's what I say. Oh boy,
Oh boy.
gonna make a fortune.
Why? You're wondering why I never opened a business with you.
Come on, I've had better business ideas than this.
I know.
I've had some spectacular business ideas other than this.
Yeah.
I'm joking about it right now, but hey, it could go over.
Oh, yeah, they could.
You could turn around and say we're unapologetically, what is that? Not racism, but race-forism.
Just to give you a heads up, Jammer, there was a shooting today at Dallas area ICE facility.
Go figure.
3 people shot. Just a heads up, so when you get off here, because we always miss stuff around here. But
So let me ask you, who got shot?
I don't know if any detainees got shot or officers. I don't know yet.
Because I almost guarantee it's most likely the left shooting the officers.
Yeah, supposedly there's a guy up on the building again.
Which brings us to the Charlie Kirk thing.
Right.
Now the whole Charlie Kirk thing is that there's possibility that he was shot from behind, not by the particular individual. Maybe he was included into the group with the idea of shooting Charlie Kirk, and he took the blame. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean,
I do know this much: the person who yelled out that he did it, which is the
Right.
old guy, actually ended up getting charged for that, and
He got a
along
felony charge.
with a felony, with also a pedophile charge.
oh yeah, because they found child porn on his phone.
Yeah. So what a dummy that guy was. But then
Yeah.
again, doesn't surprise me. These radical left people. Here. Let me just say this, Shag, though. Most individuals, especially me, you that I know of, Jammer fan even, would say, "Hey, I don't like that person. I really don't. But I've checked it out, and he didn't say that. He said this. And let's be honest. So that's a lie, or you would research it and say,
You're talking about what they say that he said, Charlie Kirk said.
turn around and say this or that. You would actually investigate it a little bit and say, you know what? He never said this kind of crap. I can't find a video where he's saying that kind of crap. So I don't understand why people are calling him racist or calling him this. Yeah, he said, being unbiased and basically saying, hey, I'm going to look at it with no bias whatsoever, and I'm going to be honest and say what it is. And yes, he said this, but that was his belief, and that's what he believes in, and that's what he pushes. So you have to have respect for the person for standing true to their beliefs.
Yeah.
Now, you may not like it. Even if I was a leftist and a radical leftist, I may not like it, but I would respect it, the fact that the person is staying true to his beliefs.
Yeah. That means you're not a radical leftist. You're just a leftist.
I know. This is like an oxymoron in it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, seriously, what happened to that? these people, they just go with pure emotion and hate. They've been completely freaking brainwashed.
Yeah, they believe everything they hear on the internet. Is they don't check it or check a
Either
different
the
source
internet
or anything.
or on the or CNN
Social
or
media,
ABC,
social media,
MSN,
yeah.
social media. They just automatically, they do no research whatsoever. They don't seek
And
out
I-
and knowledge whatsoever. They don't try to enlighten themselves in any kind of way.
Yeah, I think even with the media, they don't even double check the sources.
No, they don't anymore. They don't
Yeah.
anymore.
Even
They're
a little bit on the,
pathetic
leave it
losers.
on the right side either. Some of them on the right don't
Yeah,
check a different source either. They just go with what they hear.
pathetic losers trying to get out a story before everybody else.
Yeah,
I get
that's
it.
the big one.
But you know what? Maybe you should be honest and be truthful with what you put
Yeah.
out there. Maybe you
I
should
mean-
understand there's ramifications for what you say.
I really think the FBI should have kept more quiet, at least for a week or two on the investigation. Not, we got him under question, and this is one of our suspects, or might be a suspect or something. Because, like you said, the one guy shows the video, it shows that neck bulge, and then it shows a hole here,
Yeah.
and then they show some figure up on top of the building over to the right side. I mean, there's just so
Behind
much.
them, right?
Yeah, so much. Or no, in front of them.
Yeah.
And then they show the chair thing with the hole in the chair. I don't know about all that shit. The floor, all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's true. And then you got you go down that rabbit hole, right?
Yeah, then you got the guy as one of the security people supposedly got his arm. They said there's a guy.
Yeah. Well, I could, it wouldn't surprise me if there was multiple shooters or multiple people who were going to be shooters or whatever.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised at that because, the craziness is just absurd. This guy, he talked about having a dialogue with people who didn't agree with you in order to get their perspective and have them understand your perspective and try to meet somewhere in the middle. I don't know how much more you can do. How much more can you bend over and say, hey, this is what I'm going to do to try to get along with you. This is what I'm going to do to make peace, is try to meet you in the middle of somewhere, And if you are not willing to even think of that or consider that, then, yeah, I think that, think of that or consider that.
That's right, Jammer.
And, yeah, I think that,
Yeah.
consider that.
That's right, Jammer. All right. Sound check. I sound too loud still. But anyhow. All right.
You just threw me completely for a loop.
Hey, we needed that loop anyhow and do a super duper loop. Let's get to the next beer.
All right, Shag Dog. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and sharing. Tinkle that bell. Shag
Yeah.
Dog loves it when he gets the tinkle.
People, you see, I try to come out with top 5, top 10 lists, tone the rhetoric down, and Jammer just turns it right back up, folks.
No,
That's how
I
we do it.
didn't. I just, I went off.
I say
what
you turn
said.
it up. Yeah, not turn it up, but did I start it? I don't know. Or did you?
Yeah, you started it, and
Oh,
I just
no.
went on.
I'm going to watch that next time.
I'm telling you, you trigger me.
Let me look back. I'm going to look back at it.
You trigger me.
All right.
I personally, I hate politics. I hate any of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, looking back at our old beer reviews, we did get on it too, back with Trayvon, that kind of stuff. So it's the media and social media. It affects everybody. So
Back in the day, we used to touch on some of that stuff, but we didn't, go on and on about it. Same thing here. I mean, I'm touching on it. I'm not going on and on about it. It is what it is. Unfortunately, a person died for no real reason.
yeah,
The guy who shot Trump was in a courthouse. I don't know if you heard this, Shag Dog, and tried to stab himself in the neck with a pen.
I heard it. Yeah, because they got it guilty or something.
Yeah, he represented himself, and he ended up coming up guilty.
Should got a lawyer, dumbass.
Well,
Does he watch
besides
movies?
that-
Everybody tries to represent themselves, never win.
Yeah. Besides that, they usually get railroaded, right?
Yeah.
Besides that, he was guilty of sin, and he's just trying to distract from the fact that he the whole thing is he's talking. It's feelings again. He couldn't believe that he would get tried and convicted. You know, I can't believe this. Yeah.
Yeah. I miss
Now
the
you're going to have to live in prison for the rest of your life and get fucked by Bubba
Bubba Love Sponge. Oh.
or Buford or Jamal or whatever. You know.
Sugar Bear.
Yeah. Why? Because you were an idiot to begin with to think you should go out and kill the president of the United States.
I digress.
Yeah. He digresses, and we move on.
We're moving on. Spitter Swallow Beer Review.
Moving on up.
Shag Dog.
Jammer, Spitter Swallow Beer Review, Falltoberfest.
It's been a My True Review production.